Well, today I thought I would start talking about a simple topic. How do I determine my life purpose? Or if I'm talking to you, how do you determine your life purpose? Because I don't know that for you, only you do. Your mother doesn't know your life purpose. Your spouse doesn't know your life purpose. Your children, your friends, the government, business, no one knows your life purpose but you do. And maybe you're saying, I'm lost. So how do I determine that? Well, that's an interesting question. Science of Mind teaches us that each of us has our unique expression of the divine. And discovering and expressing this divine potential is critical. It's central to living a fulfilling life. You see, I believe that fulfillment is the greatest thing that we can experience in this life. It is not about being happy, because you're not going to be happy all the time. You're going to be challenged. Why? Because challenge lets you grow. Without challenge, you would be bored to death. So we, as teachers of science of mind, understand that every human being on the planet is unique. No one is meant to be like anyone else. And being unique, we're expressing the infinite in our own unique way. And what we have to discern is what is it in our heart that makes us so unique and juices us so that we can express ourselves as it. And we know we're doing that when we feel that sense of fulfillment, so that at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of a month, at the end of the year, at the end of our life, we feel fulfilled. We also believe that the purpose of life is to awaken to our true nature as a spiritual being or an individualized expression of the infinite, and to consciously co-create our reality using our spiritual tools. This is a big statement with a lot of things in it. So realize you're not a human being. You're a spiritual being with a human body. The spiritual being that you are is individualized. You are individualized because you have a body and you have a mind, an ego. That makes you unique. But the power of the infinite, the power to create, is within you. So when you unite with the idea of oneness and you put into the divine power a clear mental image of who you desire to be and what you desire to experience, the power of the infinite works through you. If you couldn't do that, why study spirituality? See, I believe there's a balance. There's a balance in living between spiritually and humanly. And I think most of the time I'm living in humanly, but I recharge and connect to my spiritually in meditation, in mindfulness. And I embrace the power and I use that power every moment of every day as much as I can remember. In religious science, we emphasize the importance of self-awareness, personal growth, the practice of meditation, spiritual mind treatment, affirmations, love, visualization, empathy, gratitude, and by far not last, forgiveness. Self-awareness is the number one thing I strive for. I would like for you to strive for the same thing, but you have to choose that. You see, if you become self-aware, you're about personal growth. If you become self-aware, you're going to understand the practices of meditation, treatment, affirmations, love, visualization, empathy, gratitude, forgiveness. You're going to understand how important they are to the creative process. And it'll be an easy thing for you to commit to. But if you don't understand, if you're not self-aware, you're going to be living blindly like the masses. Abraham says there's never a crowd on the leading edge. And there's not. Do you want to be at the bottom of the totem pole, living an average life like everyone else leading? Or do you want to be empowered and living the life that you choose that gives you the sense of fulfillment? You see, discovering your life purpose involves, number one, self-realization. Discovering and embodying your true essence as a spiritual being. In other words, realizing you are the individualization of the one, that you are unique, and that the very power to reshape your life experience is simply shifting the frequency of your vibration. Self-realization means you're not alone. You know that there's one. Next, once you've self-realized or in the process of self-realizing, the next step involves creative self-expression, expressing one's unique gifts, talents, and passions in service to others. What is it about you that you love to do that makes you so unique? What is the talent you've got that allows you to be so fully present that when you're doing it, you lose all track of time, that you can't wait to do? No one has to inspire you. You just do it. And this gift that you've got, this uniqueness, how can you use it to serve others? I realize I have a gift to speak clearly and passionately about what I love. And I know that in that gift, I'm giving it to serve others, to help them discover their unique gifts. It's amazing that I learned about that gift from a gentleman who was my teacher when I was a senior in high school, my speech teacher, Bill Valentine. He pulled me aside and he said, in speech class, he said, "You're so much better than you could ever realize. It's natural for you. I want you to take the next class," which was at that time forensic speaking. And he said, "You will learn." I took that class. It was the greatest gift I've ever been given, was the realization that communication for me was something I could do, and I could do it easily. I owe Bill so much, and I'm grateful for him every moment of every day, because he helped me discover my unique gift. And now I'm able to give it in service to others. The next thing about discovering what's involved in discovering that purpose is it's about spiritual growth. It's understanding that continuously evolving and expanding in consciousness through practices of meditation, spiritual mind treatment, and spiritual study. You cannot discover life purpose until you realize that you're forever and eternally expanding. And the three basic practices that I know that work are meditation, going into oneness, spiritual mind treatment, the process of changing one's beliefs, and spiritual study, discovering more and more ways to understand who I truly am and how I can work with that and make myself so that my life becomes a spiritual practice. The fourth thing is contribution. Making a positive difference in the world by sharing one's love, wisdom, and resources for the greater good of all humanity. Think about that. If your life purpose is about you becoming more self-realized, about you using your self-expression and your gifts, about you constantly becoming more evolved, more expansive, and while doing that, serving humanity to help them do the same, do you think you will have a sense of fulfillment? You bet you will. Your life will be magnificent. You see, in religious science, we believe that every person has the potential to live a purpose-filled and meaningful life when they embrace the creative power within them and use it with heart centered direction and intention. In other words, it's connecting your mind and your heart. It's bringing yourself into mind, body, and heart coherence and moving in a direction that is meaningful to you. You hear me say this all the time. Where you hold your focus, create your life experience. And it lets others know what your chosen purpose is. Because it's not what you say that other people believe. It's who you are and what you do. Let me even rephrase that. It's not what you tell yourself you are. It's how you live and how you demonstrate that in every interaction you have in life. Life brings us opportunities. Life brings us challenges. Life lets us experience those things so we can test our practice against them. And when we succeed, we know it works. When we don't, it means it's time to adjust. We're never at a loss for new things. There's always more to do. The greater fulfillment you feel today, the more fulfilled you desire to feel tomorrow, because you understand you're one with the infinite and you are always eternally, forever expanding. Your life purpose is simply to be you, and to be you in an ever-expanding consciousness. And you get to choose how you do it.